Hello. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm France-luce Benson.
Hi, France-luce. Where are you from?
Originally, well, I grew up in Miami.
Where are you originally from?
I was born in Africa, in Zaire.
I had no idea, really? When did you move here?
Well, we moved to Canada first, and then we moved to Boston, where we lived until I was 7, and then we moved here when I was 7, which I don't even remember what year that was. It's not important. But we moved to Miami when I was 7.
Wow. Wow. And did you go to school in Miami then?
I went to school. I went to Moton. I went to Southwood. I went to New World.
And what do you do now?
I'm a playwright.
You're a playwright? Incredible.
Playwright, screenwriter.
Wow. If you could thank any one or two teachers in your lifetime, could you think of anybody in particular?
And in Miami?
Yeah, in Miami. In Miami.
In Miami, it would have to be Dolores Sendler and is it Rick? Mr. Adams?
Yeah.
Rick Adams.
Rick Adams. Dolores was from R.R. Moton.
Yes.
And Rick was from
Southwood.
Southwood. Were these performing arts programs?
Yes.
Right. And what would you say to them?
I would thank Dolores Sendler for introducing me to theater and for accepting me, for recognizing my talent, recognizing, I imagine she saw something in me, instinctual, that was my calling, and she really nurtured it. And I feel like she did her job in that I wanted more. I think that's what a good teacher does. And I wanted to learn more about this thing, theater. And then Mr. Adams, hands down, he's the first adult in my life who affirmed me. Really, really acknowledged me, affirmed me. I never felt invisible. I never felt that anything that I did went unnoticed. And so it made me work harder.
Do you remember a particular incident at all?
Oh, I mean, I remember when I won. I mean, that sounds so arrogant or narcissistic, but it was a big milestone. Now that I think about it, when I won, I think it was Hall of Fame is what they called it. And I think usually the award went to one person every year, and that year he gave it to 3 of us.
I think I might have been one of them.
Very generous. I know it was Mandy, me, and I can't remember who
I think it was me.
Was you?
Because it was for Shakespeare, my Shakespeare performance.
No, I won the, I remember. It was the biggest, it was a very big milestone.
Me too.
I won the whole, like the class that was leaving, you would pick one person, and it was the Hall of Fame, and it was like an award for all of your 3 years. And they put your name on a plaque on the wall. It was like the big award.
Yeah.
And I won that. And I thought it was very generous of him to give it to 3 people. And I remember I broke down, I was like sobbing uncontrollably, like completely, like something just burst. And I know now that was the first time that I really felt affirmed, and I really felt, and I was not, you know, I wasn't the lead in all the plays. I wasn't the person that was, oh, it's obvious. So it felt to me that he noticed how hard I was working, and maybe he noticed that I really needed encouragement. I don't know what it was, but that's something that stayed with me because it was a big accomplishment, and it meant a lot to me. And he didn't have to do that. He could have just given it to one person,
right,
and be done with it. So that meant a lot.
If I told you there was one woman that kind of started all the performing arts programs in Miami, and started Moton, started Southwood, you know, was implementing New World as we were growing up, what would you be able to say to her or them?
I would say thank you, and I would say, you know, well done. I mean, you know, a lot of talent has come out of all these various programs. So I think you're an inspirational role model, and